The Crumbl cookies for this week are chocolate mallow cupcake, chocolate crumb cake featuring Oreo, fruit pizza, and it looks like a little snowman face if you look at him closely. Fruit pizza. And then the new cookie this week is called Maple Glaze. And then Oatmeal Chocolate Chip. Okay, so we're gonna start out with the chocolate mallow cupcake. And it looks kind of glossy, looks kind of runny.
Very runny.
While you're cutting, you can talk to us. What was made up? What did they do?
The only thing they made, like put anything on or did anything to, was the Oreo one.
So even they didn't put the fruit on.
The fruit was already on when she pulled it out of the pan.
So the Oreo one?
Yeah, they squirted the white cream on there and sprinkled Oreo cookie on there.
Okay. That's it. Okay. So the chocolate mallow cupcake, a delicious chocolate cake cookie topped with layers of fluffy marshmallow, whipped cream, gooey chocolate glaze, and decorative white loops. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a cupcake. Hosted one of the cupcakes with the swirlies. I like the flavor.
I do too. That cookie is definitely for those of you who do not want an over-the-top sweet cookie. It's not.
The marshmallow's pretty sweet.
You think so? Mm-hmm. See, I don't think it's that sweet.
I mean,
I like it.
It's not like frosting sweet, but it's pretty sweet.
I do not. So Andrew and Ashley, our kids, do not like they don't like whipped cream, period. So they wouldn't get this anyway. I don't think they would like that because it's the whipped cream.
Yeah, it is whipped cream instead of marshmallow. I thought it was going to be more marshmallow.
Yeah, I don't taste any marshmallow whatsoever. None.
Mostly chocolate.
Yes, that's the only thing I taste. I taste chocolate and whipped cream. Mm-hmm. I do not taste any marshmallow whatsoever.
I agree with you. It's not as sweet as I thought. First, because I thought, well, I didn't think it was super sweet, but I tried just some of the whipped cream. It's not very sweet.
No, it's not. It's whipped cream. Yeah. And that's what it tastes like.
It's still a good cookie. And what I do like about it is the chocolate is somewhat darker, but it's not like bitter dark chocolate, like a brownie cookie would be.
So even though the description says marshmallow whipped cream, I don't taste any marshmallow zero.
It could be Cool Whip if they got out of a tub.
Yes, absolutely.
Which does have a slight vanilla flavor, but that's it.
It's a good cookie, but it's not the sweetest cookie.
I like it.
I usually go for something a lot sweeter. So this next one is the chocolate crumb cake featuring Oreo.
I do like the cupcake one. I really do like it because I like the chocolate. I like the texture and everything. So
I like it. Would it be a repurchase? No, not for me, because I do want over-the-top sweet. Yeah. So that's just what I'm looking for. But some of you have let me know, hey, I don't want those over-the-top sweet cookies. Well, then you will really appreciate that one. A rich OREO-filled chocolate cookie topped with smooth vanilla cream cheese frosting and a sprinkle of Oreo crumbs.
This cookie was crunchier, like on the outside. It's my favorite frosting.
That's what I'm talking about. that has that sweetness that I crave. When I want a dessert, I'm going for something over the top sweet. That is wonderful. That cream cheese frosting is delicious. You taste the Oreo. You taste that dark Oreo cookie flavor. And it does have a little crispness. The cookie does. It's not an ooey gooey cookie. It's a crisper cookie.
No, I like the outside. It's got like a little crunch to it.
I think that is delicious.
Yep.
Very
and
delicious.
The cream cheese frosting really comes through. Which, like I've said, that's my favorite frosting they do.
You definitely know, though, it's Oreo, don't you?
It reminds you of an Oreo.
Okay.
It's not dead on, of course, but it's pretty close. Because an Oreo doesn't have cream cheese frosting, but it does have sweet cream frosting. So.
Right.
Okay, now how do you want me to cut this?
I know.
I'm thinking, let me cut it. I can give it half a raspberry a piece, and I'll get the grape and you get the blueberry.
Okay. Our poor little snowman.
It does look like a snowman.
I think they made the face on purpose.
Oh, I would.
It's very cute. Okay. Fruit pizza. A cream cheese cookie topped with tart, lemony frosting, and a spread of assorted fresh fruit.
Yeah, and there's like an orange slice, there's 3 blueberries, a raspberry, and a grape.
Okay. So this
use
one,
a blueberry.
So it should. So this is lemon cream cheese cookie, a cream. So the cookie's a cream cheese cookie. Okay.
That raspberry, by the way, very, very, very fresh.
I like it's a cold cookie.
I like the little pieces of fruit on the top. I like fruit though. That grape was really good on them. The raspberry was really good too. I don't know what the actual juice of the cookie tastes like.
You got a grape on yours? Because I got blueberry.
Yeah, I split it, of course. The cookie itself is kind of plain, honestly. If you just eat the cookie by itself, it's sweet, but it's sweet, but it's kind of plain. It's like a sweet sugar cookie. But you add the fruit to it, which also is sweet, and then it's got a little tartness from like the raspberry, and like I said, the grape was really good. I think it goes really good together. It kind of tastes like a fruit salad.
I did not get any lemon at all.
No, I didn't get lemony either.
It said lemony. So if you're worried about that, if that's a concern, ours does not taste like lemon.
And the cookie itself didn't taste like cream cheese. So.
No, it didn't. But that said, I love it. It's fresh. It tastes like it reminds me of one of their sugar cookies. Just one of their sugar cookies with that really thick frosting on top. And then you have a couple random pieces of fruit, which are very, very fresh and delicious. My blueberry was great. That raspberry was great. It all tastes very, very fresh. I like that one more than the Oreo one. For me. Just because I love how sweet it is.
Yeah, and I do too. And chocolate's not one I would necessarily gravitate towards anyway. Although I really do like the Oreo one. I wouldn't choose chocolate over like a vanilla or something like that. So
I didn't expect to like the fruit one as much as I do, just because honestly, when they announced the fruit pizza, we haven't tried that from Crumbl before. And with fruit, I always worry about it's going to make it wet, and it didn't at all.
There's maybe a little bit, but not much.
I don't think there's any wetness at all. I don't.
The raspberry was a little wet.
I mean,
you could see it.
Yeah,
it didn't get like a layer of
soggy.
Yeah, no.
I was worried about it being soggy. It's not.
No,
it did not do that. So I think it's delicious.
Yeah, I think it's really
good.
good.
So now this one is the new cookie this week. It's called Maple Glaze, a cookie bursting with brown sugar flavor and drizzled with a sweet maple glaze. So the only place we're going to taste the maple is in that glaze. Ooh, it's soft.
Did quite a bit of glaze on there.
That feels so soft.
I like the texture of the brown sugar on the top. You get that little gritty sugar texture. I don't really get maple much though.
That's why I took another bite. It's
there, but it's very, very
It's almost not noticeable.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you why. Because It's a delicious cookie.
That's a good cookie.
But just to speak into the maple, the only place where that maple is the frosting, the icing, and when you see it,
it's just a drizzle.
It's a very, very. They use like a very fine tip to put that on, to ice it on, and so you're not getting like an abundance of that maple flavor. And if they hadn't have told you, you probably would have missed it.
No,
you know?
I wouldn't have. If you didn't tell me that was maple, I would have said I don't taste maple.
Yeah, they'll say if you blink, you're gonna miss it. Well, that's the same with that.
Yeah.
With that, it's a delicious cookie.
It's good.
This is an ooey gooey cookie. It is very, very soft
with a crisp outside.
I do love that like you said, the brown sugar topping, because you get the little granules of the brown sugar.
It reminds you of a snickerdoodle a little bit without the cinnamon.
I agree.
Take the cinnamon away, but the flavor and the texture reminds you of snickerdoodle minus the cinnamon.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
It really does. Even to touch it, when I first picked it up, it's like, oh, this feels familiar to me. I do think it's a great cookie, but I think if you're craving that maple, then you might be a little bit let down just because you don't get a strong maple.
Yeah. I wish you'd had a little bit more in there.
A thicker, like if it had been a solid layer.
Yeah,
or if they had
layer.
or if they put it on like this one.
Might have been too much then, but they needed more. One or the other. Yeah.
Okay, last one is Oatmeal Chocolate Chip.
I found the best place to cut this.
This is a thick oatmeal cinnamon cookie filled with layers of melty milk chocolate chips.
Yeah. This is what I would call a rustic cookie. It's not, if you look at it, like these are all very uniform, flat, perfectly round cookies. This one's more like they've taken it and...
Like Grandma made it.
Yeah, they've just made it, they did it by hand.
I would like to request that Crumbl make another oatmeal cookie or an oatmeal chocolate chip without cinnamon.
Yeah, well maybe this one won't have a lot in it.
Because I like cinnamon, I really do. But I love just an oatmeal without cinnamon too. Okay, this looks so good.
I like the big chunks of chocolate. I'm dropping chocolate on your Oreo.
No, I taste the cinnamon. It's good though. It's very lumpy, bumpy.
Rustic. Handmade.
I do enjoy that, but I would still like to see them do one without cinnamon.
And the chocolate, you do taste the chocolate, but it's not as strong as like an oatmeal raisin cookie would be, where that raisin really comes through. The chocolate doesn't come through quite as much, but it's still there. You definitely know it's coming in. You definitely know it's there.
I think the chocolate doesn't come through as much because it has cinnamon in it. And you're tasting that cinnamon.
Yeah.
That's why it's like I would like to have one without the cinnamon, because then you could appreciate the oatmeal more. You could appreciate the chocolate chips more. Even if they just did oatmeal with no chocolate chips, I would like to see that. I do like that though. It is nice, and
I like an oatmeal cookie anyway.
It is sweet. But it's not like over the top sweet like the fruit one is.
Right. Yeah.
So this is going to be tough.
I know the two I'd pick.
Well, definitely the fruit is my number one.
The fruit's my number one.
Number one.
My second would honestly probably be the Oreo one, because I like that frosting so much.
I'm going to go for the Oreo too, as number two. And then if I had to do a third one, I would do the maple.
Would you?
But it's not because it tastes like maple. It's just because it's an ooey gooey cookie.
It's a soft cookie.
It's a soft cookie. It has nothing, because the maple is just like, it's not even there. And then if I had to pick another one, I guess I'd go for the oatmeal.
And you really just did not like the cupcake one that much. It's just not very sweet to you.
It's not sweet.
See, I would pick that one. I would probably pick that one over the. I would probably do the fruit, the cupcake, and then probably the cupcake one the Oreo and then the cupcake one, and then do the oatmeal and then the maples last.
If I'm gonna have a dessert, I'm gonna make it worth my while.
But if I'm buying one, I'm gonna
sweet.
go buy the one I want, which would be the fruit though.
Yeah, but that fruit pizza is delicious. So yeah, like don't be concerned like I was about it making it soggy, anything like that, because it's not, and it is a cold cookie. But that's how you want a fruit. Ashley has made fruit tarts for us here at home. And this is exactly what you want it to be like. Yeah. They did an excellent job.
They did do a good job. Yeah, they're good. They're all good. There's nothing wrong with any of them.
So if you get a chance to try them, come back, leave a comment. I always love hearing what you all say. A lot of times we agree with each other. A lot of times we don't. And it's always good to hear what everybody thinks. It's good to hear all opinions. So I hope you enjoy the video, and thanks for watching.